Jesse Marsch is a bit of a tease, isn't he, John? So obviously he coached Leeds earlier this season. Yeah. He was let go. He reportedly broke off negotiations with Leicester City, who remained second bottom after losing 1-0 to Bournemouth. And this is a sense of deja vu, because shortly after getting sacked from Leeds, he was in negotiation with Southampton, and then they hired that weirdo, whose name escapes me right now, instead. But then he broke negotiations off with Southampton.
What does he want? What's he thinking?
I mean,
is he even the answer? Jesse Marsch the answer for Leicester?
Look, if there's a project, if it's a multi-year project, because if you take over a team,
Leicester can't. They can't. The Southamptons and the Leicesters, they're not projects. You got to firefight and get them out of the bottom three.
No, they're projects in the sense that
if
we stay up, great. If we go down, what is the project going forward?
Sure, have the conversation. But I think when you're going in for negotiations with teams in the bottom three, don't look about the long term.
Well, what I don't get about this is this is also public, right? You should be able to, like, if you don't want to take those jobs, if you want to talk to them and stuff, look at things and then make a decision, that's fine. But it's not a good look for you that everything immediately becomes public when you break off negotiations. Like, he must have an agent, somebody who looks after him, who knows how to handle these situations.
But how do you get the self-power to get sacked by Leeds, but then you can turn Southampton, fair enough, they're going to go down rock bottom, and Leicester down?
Leicester or second bottom.
Yeah, but you think you're too good for them?
Well,
I don't know where his bar is. I don't know if Jesse Marsch is going. What does he want? Does he want the Brighton job? Does he want the Spurs job? What's his bar?
I think Jesse Marsch is a good manager for a Princeton guy, and I think it makes sense that these clubs would have spoken to him.
I agree with that. But to turn them down, turn Leicester down?
Well, because you don't. It depends on the guarantees they offer you. If you go there and you say, hey, look, Jesse, come here for 6 months, keep us up. That's not what Jesse wants to do. That's not what Jesse's football is about, right?
Hang on. Let me just say, come here for 6 months and keep us up and we'll give you a couple of million quid in your back pocket.
I don't think the guy cares about a
money?
couple million quid in his back pocket. I think he wants to go to a club where he says, look, I'll do my best to keep you up. We'll probably go down. I think Southampton probably would have been a better fit for him than Leicester, just based on the types of players they have and the people running the club and the technical operation there. I get that. And he says, look, multi-year deal. Let's plan on going down. Hopefully we stay up. If we go down, what are we? I
cannot imagine Jesse Marsch in the Championship.
Why?
Why? It's one of the most brutal leagues out there. He's emotional. I mean,
could you imagine Marcelo Bielsa in the Championship? That worked out pretty good.
No, I can imagine him in the Championship. I think he's experienced enough to deal with anything that comes his way. Including taking a few bombs to some fans when it's going a little bit. When it's kind of a little bit.
I don't know. I think it's a PR thing. This is not good PR. I don't blame Jesse. I blame the people around him who are advising him, because to develop the reputation, you don't. We in the media, we're so good at building narratives, right? And if you build a narrative of, this is the guy who gets sacked by Leeds, and then true story, and then negotiates and turns things down. There's ways to do that. There's ways to explore a job and a situation without the fact that you turn them down becoming front page news. That's or back page news. That's all I'm saying, because then a rep builds in people's minds. Football's a weird, incestuous world, and you get the wrong rep, and that doesn't help you. You can go, you can talk to them, you can say no, not for me, in a way that tells a different narrative. And this is down to
how it gets leaked,
who's doing his PR.
It's funny how it gets leaked.
You'd almost think there's somebody looking to make him look bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.